Welcome back to another edition of the Washington Nationals here on OOTP 27. And as you can see, we are here for the National League Division Series of 2033, taking on the defending world champions, Cincinnati Reds, who came out of the wild card beating the New York Mets. They will be taking us on. The Padres will be taking on the Brewers. Over on the American League side of things, it's the Blue Jays and Red Sox and Angels and Twins. So let's take a look at what our roster is going to be looking like here. The four-man rotation is going to be Dax Hardcastle going Game 1, Tarek Skubal going Game 2, and then we have Jerry Harris in Game 3, and then Isaac Leone has made the team as the fourth guy. Matamoros is not quite ready. He still has a week left in his injury, so Felix Bautista is our closer. The next tier is going to be Herrera and Reyes. You also have Ortiz and Sime, and then you've got Yoder, Agro, Alicia, and Alex Rouse in the bullpen. We decided to not put on Fleury or any other guys onto the staff here, and I feel like we're liking this. And then on the hitting side of things, against righties, it's going to be Harry Ford, Harris, Feliz, Wood, Ebel, Williams, Hope in center field, Hernandez, and O'Ray, while in left field, or against lefties, it's going to be Ford, Harris, Feliz, Wood, Picat, Williams, Ebel, Hernandez, and Hope in center. Mike Sirota's on the team still. Luke Corsia has actually been added to our postseason roster as a pinch runner / bench player. He may end up in the lineup at some point if we want a spark or something, but Luke Corsia on the team. He is here. We shall see how things go with him. And then we also have Ronnie Cruz on the team. Melvin Jimenez is here. And then, depending on who plays, it's Ray and Picat platooning in left field as James Wood is in right field. And then we're going to have defensive subs, Ronnie Cruz at second base and Mike Sirota in center field to get some better defense out there because Jet Williams is not a great defender at second base, nor is Zahir Hope a great defender in center field. But they're there for their bats, and they're good enough to at least get us through a playoffs, I feel like. And we're going to see how it goes as we take on this Cincinnati Reds team, which we will briefly go over what their team looks like. We've looked at a lot of their players. We know for a fact they are a very, very good team. Ellie De La Cruz, the multi-time MVP, 3-time, I believe. That's what this is. Yes, 3-time MVP. You look at all these WAR numbers, he's insane. You got Ryan Woodburn. He's a crazy good center fielder. You got Chris Waymeyer at second base. He's this guy who's 23 years old and has come out of nowhere for them. Or not nowhere, but he's on the big league team, hitting doubles and triples out the wazoo. You've got Brandon Poore, who looks like he might be hurt. Brandon Poore is indeed hurt, so we luck out and do not have to face Brandon Poore, but still a very, very, very scary lineup. As we look at the wins over replacement here, yeah, Ellie De La Cruz, Waymeyer, their catcher looks like, he's got some serious pop. So, no slouch here at the plate, but really good defender as well. Kyle Land, really good bat here in right field. Tommy Brewer, he's got some really good contact. Sal Stewart still has a little bit of pop. But, it could be a bit top-heavy, but some really good bats here in Cincinnati. And then on the pitching side of things, some solid guys here as well. Jorge Gomez in their rotation out of Cal State Fullerton put up a 4.5 win season. Andrew Abbott is still here. He's been here forever, and he has just been steady Eddie. Better than league average ERA plus and FIP minus every single year, except for this year with the ERA plus, but still a really good FIP. Ben Joyce is in there. The bullpen, he's wrecked, but it looks like, I guess they picked him up from Texas at the deadline. Still a really good player when he pitches, but he is wrecked. But right now he is on the team. Yohan Duran is here. He's still really good at 35 years old. And then, a couple okay-ish guys. Jake Marsala, really good reliever. Could be a starter right now as a reliever for them. Same with this John Anderson guy. Definitely more of a reliever for him. And their bullpen isn't that scary. So if there's anything we can do is we can maybe somehow outslug them. I'm glad that we have home field advantage and we'd have to play in Washington more than we have to play in not Citizens Bank, but Great American Ballpark. Hopefully we're going to not get first rounded and we're facing the world champs to try not to get first rounded. And then because I'm so desperate to change up the mojo, I've thought about this all season long. I've had this in my head, and I'm sticking to the idea. We are going to let the AI manage everything, including the substitutions, the offensive strategy, the pitching strategy, everything. And as far as I know how this works, is that they will actually take what you have set as your team strategy rather than what the manager thinks should be the team strategy. So that's how I believe it works. We're going to try it. The manager's been doing his thing all season long. We're going to hope that he's able to keep doing his thing rather than all of a sudden I have to jump in and do anything. So we're going to watch it, see how things go. Maybe if things go really, really poorly in like the first 2 games, we'll jump in and go back to what it was. But for now, we're going to keep it as all AI everything, and we're just going to watch along and see how it goes here. Game 1 against the Reds. So let's get into it here at Nationals Park. Dax Hardcastle taking on the Cincinnati Reds here. Let's just hit him with a little wrist action as he works to score this top half of the first inning. They do not. We have a runner on second base. Jerry Harris at the dish here with a 2-1 count. Nobody out against Bob Bastone, who is a Canadian from Burnaby, British Columbia, who did not have the greatest season for them. Spent most of it in Louisville, it looks like. But now up in the big leagues here, facing Jerry Harris with a runner on second base, who rips one foul because we're in pitch by pitch. Why are we in pitch by pitch? Go to AB. As Jerry Harris pops this one up to the shortstop for out number 1. So runner stays put at second base, brings up Angel Feliz. And the runner goes and swipes third base. So Harry Ford swipes third with 1 out, and Angel Feliz digs in with a 1-1 count. Grounds that one right side. Ford stays put, so they do not drive in the runner here. But now with 2 outs, it is James Wood. Digs in with a 1-1 count, and he tattoos that one, baby. It's out of here. James Wood, 422 off the bat to right center field. A 2-run blast. And the Washington Nationals have taken a 2-0 lead here in the first inning off the bat of their huge slugger. Big time stuff. Anything else going in the inning? Nothing. We move things on top 2. Hardcastle works a scoreless frame. So does Bastone. Hardcastle in a bit of trouble here. Second and third, only 1 out, and Ryan Woodburn at the dish. Full count to him. Struck him out. Breaking ball, nicks the back half of the zone. 2 down. Brings up Chris Waymeyer. 1-0 count to him. That's going to be smacked down the right field line as the gap power man himself delivers for the Reds. Probably going to tie the game right there. As it does. It's a 2-2 ball game. Chris Waymeyer delivers for Cincinnati. Hardcastle now 1-2 count on the next guy. Kyle Land ripped out to center field. Zahir Hope puts it away for out number 3. So it's a 2-2 ball game. We're on to the bottom half of the third. Bob Bastone still on the bump for them. As we have runner on second base. 1-1 count here for Jerry Harris, who slices one down the left field over the leaping glove of the left fielder, and that should score a run here for the Nationals to make it 3-2 as Dylan O'Ray was the man on second base. He comes in to score. Jerry Harris with a RBI base knock. He's on second base here with 1 out for Angel Feliz. 2-2 count to him. Whiffs through. Now we have James Wood coming up. 2-2 count to him as well. No way. He did it again, folks. 2 ABs, 2 2-run shots. It's a 5-2 ball game here for the Nationals as James Wood has 2 2-run home runs. My goodness, has he shown up. Anything else going? Not quite. So we're on to the top of the 4th. Scoreless frame from Hardcastle. And not quite a scoreless frame yet, as now they bring in Yashuda out of the bullpen. 2 outs, runner on third base here for Harry Ford with the top of the order. And he lines one at the second base. So 5-2 score remains. We move things on top 5. Hardcastle works a scoreless frame. Yasuda gives up something to somebody. A solo home run to Jerry Harris. He's broken out of his slump. It's a 6-2 ball game. And now it's still 6-2. Runners on second and third. 2 outs. Yasuda still on the bump here against Zahir Hope. First pitch swinging. Fly ball to center field. They'll be put away for out number 3. So only one comes in on the Jerry Harris solo shot. But it's a 6-2 ball game here. Dax Hardcastle still on the bump. Still on the bump, but it's first and second, nobody out. So the Reds threatening here. Kyle Land at the dish. He's going to bloop that one into right field. So a base knock. Everyone moves up 90 feet. No one scores. Bases juiced here for the Reds. Nobody outs. And Dax Hardcastle's still on the bump. Ground ball back to the pitcher. Goes home with it. Gets the runner. Do they get the double play? They do. What a double play by Dax Hardcastle. And now they take him out of the game. Miguel Cime Jr. facing the lefty bat of Hendry Mendez. And that pitch gets away. They score on a wild pitch. So it's a 6-3 ball game. 1-0 count to Mendez. Looks like it jammed him on the hands, and he somehow fights it off to left field. Brings in another run. It's a 6-4 ball game. Cime was the one who blew it in the postseason last year. But here he does get out of it. Works a pop fly to Ebel for at number 3. But it's a 6-4 ball game here, bottom 6. Now it's 7-4. As a solo home run by Luis Hernandez gives us another run. Nothing else going on in the inning. Top 7 here. Wellington Herrera into the game now. He works a scoreless frame. And Ryan Zefferjan is in a bit of trouble here. Runner on second base. 1-1 count to Brady Ebel. And he intentionally walks him. So first and second, nobody out for Jet Williams. Here comes the 1-0. That's going to be smacked up the middle for a base knock. Should score 1. It does not. Everyone only moves up 90 feet. Bases are drunk here. Nobody out for Zahir Hope, who works a full count and then fights off a pitch on the hands to bloop in front of the left fielder. That should move up everybody 90 feet. An RBI base knock makes it 8-4 here for the Nationals. I mean, where is all this hitting when I'm doing the strategy? Jeez, we got to play this way all the time. So bases juiced here. Still, nobody out. 8-4 ball game. Luis Hernandez works a full count. Skies that one to center field. That'll be the first out, but it should be a sac fly. It's not. Okay. So nobody scores. 1 down. Brings up Dylan O'Ray. Also works a full count, but then he goes down on strikes, or swings through it. Now 2-2. Or not 2 outs, rather. Harry Ford, first pitch swinging. Flies into left field, so we only get 1 run out of that whole situation, but it's still a 4-run lead here for us as Wellington Herrera is still on the bump. Leadoff guys on second base. Kyle Land at the dish. Herrera still on the bump. I mean, just threw right at him. He plunked him. So first and second now. Herrera still in the game. Full count to Tommy Brewer. Ball 4. He's walked the bases loaded. And he's still in the game. Strikes at the next guy, Moreno. Still in the game against Sal Stewart. Full count. Struck him out. Now it's Robinson Ortiz facing the right-hander in Brian Schweigert, the catcher. And he works a ground ball. I mean, who am I to question? Who am I to question anything? Load the bases, nobody out. Get out of it. Don't allow a run. 8-4 lead remains. On to the bottom of the 8th. We have 2 on, 2 out here for Jet Williams. And Will Klein walks him. So bases juice now for the Nationals for Zahir Hope. And he rips one right to the first baseman, so nothing else going. We're on to the top of the 9th. Robinson Ortiz on. In a bit of trouble here. Second base. 2 outs. Chris Waymeyer at the dish. Full count. Struck him out. Robinson Ortiz shuts the door, and the Washington Nationals take Game 1 of the NLDS, 8-4 here over the Cincinnati Reds. But we won game 1 last time too. We got to keep winning. As Dax Hardcastle goes 5 2/3, 8 hits, 4 runs, 3 Ks. Not his best performance, but the offense picks him up as the bullpen also shuts it out the rest of the way with Cime, Herrera, and Ortiz. As Jerry Harris had a 3-hit day, James Wood had a 3-hit day, including 2 2-run home runs. Williams had 2 hits, and so did Hernandez and O'Ray, as the offense took it to the Reds on the day. And now on to Game 2 here at Nationals Park. It is Tarek Skubal going for us. They have Andrew Abbott, the longtime Cincinnati Red, on the bump for them. Let's get into it here. Skubal works a scoreless frame. Abbott not quite out of it. Runner on second base. Nobody out here for Jerry Harris. Works a 3-1 count. Grounds it out to third base. 1 down. So runner stays put, and Harry Ford at second base brings up Angel Feliz. 2-2 count to him is skied to center field for out number 2. Ford stays put at second base, and that brings up James Wood. Here comes the 1-2, as that's going to be smacked into left field. Ford will stay put at third base, moves up 90 feet. Runners on the corners here now for the Nationals. For Parker Picott against the lefty. Works a 3-1 count. Spits on ball 4. Bases are juiced for the Nationals, as now you have Jet Williams, who takes a 2-2 pitch, grounds it to third base. So we strand the bases loaded. Nothing going for the Nationals. Move things on to the top of the second. Skubal works a scoreless frame. So does... not quite. Never mind. Leadoff double for Brady Ebel, and now it's Luis Hernandez. 1-2 count to him. Pops it up to the infield, so 1 down, runner stays put. Brings up Zahir Hope, who lefty on lefty pops this one up to center field. That'll be 2 down. Runner stays put at second. Brings up Harry Ford. And he goes down looking. So we strand a runner at second with nobody out. Now we're on to the top of the third, where Tarek Skubal finds himself in some trouble. Runner on third base with a leadoff triple from Edwin Arroyo. And now it's Brian Schweigert at the dish, the catcher, with nobody out. And rain is beginning to fall. Okay. What an odd sequence. Now it's just suddenly foggy and rainy. As Skubal works a fly out, that's going to score a sac fly, so the Reds do strike first, make it a 1-0 game. Skubal gets at it from there, nothing else happening, so we're bottom 3. They work a scoreless frame. Now we're on to the top of the 4th. Skubal works a scoreless frame. So does Abbott. Skubal's knocked out of the game here. Runners on the corners, nobody out for Alex Rouse. Edwin Arroyo digs into the batter's box. The 0-1 counts. Ground ball at the first, throw to the plate, gets the runner, slap the tag. So 1 down. First and second now, ground ball gets you out of it with the 3 fastball man himself, Alex Rouse. Brian Schweigert at the dish. Ground ball to third base. They only get 1. So 2 down. Runners on second and third here for Jay Allen II. Back with Cincinnati. Former Nationals farmhand. 2-2 count. Bat on his shoulder, watches it. Alex Rouse gets out of it, keeps it at a 1-0 game. Luis Heel in now for the Reds in the bottom of the 5th. And he's in some trouble. Runner on second base here is Harry Ford. Jerry Harris at the dish. Ground ball to second base, that'll be 2 down. Runner does move up to third base, though, so 90 feet away from scoring, but 2 outs here for Angel Feliz, as he whiffs through an inside pitch for strike number 3 and out number 3. So it's still a 1-0 game. Top 6. Alex Rouse works a scoreless frame. Ryan Zefferjan comes on for the Reds, and he's got a man in scoring position. It's James Wood at second base, hitting .714 in this postseason, as Jet Williams digs into the batter's box with a 2-2 count. And he hits this one to dead center field, but right to the center fielder Woodburn for out number 2. Wood stays put, and now it's Brady Ebel. Works a full count and then grounds one out to second base. Still a 1-0 ball game. Now we're on the top of the 7th where Mateo Reyes comes on. He works a scoreless frame. Ryan Zefferjan does not. As Harry Ford hits a solo home run and ties the game in the bottom of the 7th. Nothing else going for the Nationals there, but it's a tie ball game here. Mateo Reyes on the bump, top 8. And he gives up a leadoff double to Edwin Arroyo, who's having himself a hell of a day. Now it's the catcher, Schweigert. 2-2 count to him. Skied in the infield. That'll be put away by Jet Williams for out number 1. Brings up Carter Jensen, who comes on to pinch hit. 2-2 count to him. Struck him out. That's 2 down. Brings up Ellie De La Cruz at the top of the order. And he clobbers this one down the right field line. That's out of here. 2-run bomb by Ellie De La Cruz. 3-1 ball game now. I mean, that's just the best player on the field doing best player on the field things. Massive AB from Ellie De La Cruz. Gives them a 3-1 lead. Reyes gets out of it from there. We're on to the bottom of the 8th where Yohan Duran's on here for the Reds. It is Feliz, Wood, and Picott due up. Angel Feliz works a full count. Goes down looking. Now it brings up James Wood. 1-2 count to him. Ground ball at the second base. 2 down. Now it's Picott, who they're not going to pinch hit for. Ground ball at the shortstop. 3 down. So 1, 2, 3 go the Nats. We're on to the top of the 9th. Miguel Sime is on. Can't quite work it fully clean. Not yet. First and second, 2 outs for Edwin Arroyo. Full count to him. In the others batter's box. Bases are loaded. Miguel Sime still on the bump. Against Brian Schweigert. Full count to him. Struck him out. So he gets out of it without allowing a run, but we're down 2 here, bottom 9 against Yohan Duran, who has 30 stamina here working a second inning. And Melvin Jimenez is on to pinch hit here for, what is this, Zahir Hope spot? No, Zahir Hope spot is here. Who is hitting here? Who is he hitting for? Jet. He's hitting for Jet Williams? Okay. So Jet Williams has been pinch hit for by Melvin Jimenez, who does have 65 power. What's he got for us? 1-1 count. Clobbered. Right center field. Out of here. Who am I to question anybody? Melvin Jimenez, with his first career postseason home run, makes it a 3-2 ball game. It's a 1-run game as Yohan Duran is trembling. Here come the Nationals, folks. Brady Ebel digs in. Works a full count. Ground ball to first base, 1 down. Now we got Dylan O'Ray coming on to pinch hit. I like that. 1-1 count to him. Little chopper down the third baseline, but he's got the speed to beat it out. Puts it in play, uses his speed. Fantastic stuff. He's on first base, brings up Zahir Hope. 1-1 count to him. That's going to be hit to center field. 2 down. O'Ray obviously stays put. And now it's Harry Ford with the top of the order. Works a full count. Spits on ball 4. Does what he does with his eye. Draws a walk. Keeps the inning alive. Passes the torch on to Jerry Harris. The two-way star. Up down 1, bottom 9, 2 outs. Runner in scoring position. And then the go-ahead run at first. 2-2 count here to Jerry Harris. Whiffs through it. So a bit of an anticlimactic ending there as he just strikes out, but the Reds do win this one 3-2 in a 1-run game. and knot the series up at 1 game apiece. But, I mean, it was a solid game overall. Skubal did his thing through 4 innings. Rouse did his thing. Reyes gave up 2 on the 2-run shot to Elly De La Cruz, unfortunately. And then on the offense, Ford, Wood, Ebel, Jimenez at the pinch hit home run. Yeah, solid day, but not quite enough. Alrighty, folks, we are here for Game 3 as the series moves on to Cincinnati. We're here at Great American Ballpark. Jorge Gomez, who is their ace, on the bump for them, while we have Jerry Harris, the two-way star, on the bump for us. So top 1 here, as we immediately are in business. First and third, nobody out here for Angel Feliz, as the AM manager has done a bit of adjusting the lineups here, as Feliz is in the 3-hole today, Wood in the 2-hole. And looks like it's paid off so far. So what's Angel Feliz going to do? Immediately go down 0-2 and go down swinging. So 1 down, runners on the corners still. Here's Jerry Harris. He goes down swinging. Now it's Brady Ebel. He goes down swinging. I mean, brutal stuff. Brutal stuff. As now we're on to the bottom of the first. And Jerry Harris, not quite a scoreless frame. Runner on first base is Woodburn here with 1 out, and Chris Waymeyer at the dish. 1-2 count to him. Ground ball to third base. Runner stays put. 2 down. Brings up Kyle Land with 2 outs. Full count to him. Is going to be blooped into center field, and that's going to be a 1-run lead here for the Reds. On an RBI base knock by Kyle Land. Then Tommy Brewer comes up and he hits one out to right field. That'll be caught on a line by Wood. Move things on top 2. We don't have anything going. Bottom 2. Harris gives up a home run to Sal Stewart. It's 2-0. And anything else? Still can't quite get out of it. Runner on second, 1 out here for Noelvi Marte. But then a ground ball to third base. Runner does move up. Somehow. So 2 down, runner on third here for Elly. I mean, just walk him. Just walk him. First base is open. 4-0 Reds. Elly De La Cruz, another 2-run shot. I mean, ridiculous. And Jerry Harris still can't get out of it. And that's down the line. I mean, we got to get him out of the game. You got to get him out of the game. Yeah, Kevin Yoder's now in the game, down 6, bottom 2. Let's just quick half this. Nothing else going for them. We score 1 in the top of the third. Nothing going for them. Bottom third, we don't do anything. They do nothing. We score 1 in the top of the 5th, but they score 1 in the bottom of the 5th. Yep. Nothing going. Still 7-2. And we lose 7-2. So we're down 2-1, backs against the wall. We could lose the series. I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. Gomez goes 4. Harris gives up 7 hits and 6 runs in an inning and 2/3. And then the offense does nothing behind him. All right, folks, it is Game 4. The second game here in Cincinnati. We need to win this to force a Game 5. We have Isaac Leone on the bump. They have Yashuda on the bump, who was in the bullpen earlier on in the series. And we have made the only change that we've done to anything. We're still having them, the AI, manage all the strategy and everything like that, but we're doing the substitutions. So any pinch hit, substitutions for the arms, anything like that, and mainly I wanted to do the lineup. We are going to rock and roll with that. So we made a change. Dylan O'Reilly's leading off, then it's Harry Ford, then Harris, then Wood, then Hernandez, then Ebel, and then Luke Corsia is in left field. Jet Williams is at third. Sirota's in center. Angel Feliz is like on an all-time cold streak right now, so he's no longer in the lineup. Hernandez is playing short. Williams is at third. O'Reilly's playing second. And that allows Luke Corsia to play left field. Get the young gun in there, maybe provide a spark. And the way I was thinking about this, it was like you get OBP, bat the ball, OBP, all-around hitter, pop, and then bat the ball, doesn't strike out with some pop, power hitter, contact gap power, I, and then Sorota's in the 9-hole. So, a good mix of like contact power. There's no like 3 straight guys who are going to strike out 40% of the time sort of players. So that was my idea with that. Good mix of lefty and righty. And let's see if it pays off here. As top 1, we do nothing. All right, so nothing. Isaac Leone on the bump. Works a scoreless frame. We have a runner on second base now here for Brady Ebel with 1 down. Runner on second is Luis Hernandez. 2-1 counts at Brady Ebel as he's going to fly one to center field for out number 2. That would then bring up Luke Corsia for his first playoff AB, his first AB ever in the major leagues. Works a full count and then swings and miss. All right. So we're on bottom 2 now. Leone works a scoreless frame as they now have a follower in the game, and he gave up a 2-run shot to somebody. Harry Ford, folks. A single by Dylan O'Reilly, and then Harry Ford delivers with a blast. It's a 2-run lead for the Nats. And then we scored 2 more. It's a 4-run lead for the Nats, as then Harris singles, and then James Wood with another 2-run shot. He's hitting .538 this postseason with 3 home runs and 7 ribbies. My goodness. Anything else going? Not quite, but a 4-0 lead for Isaac Leone to work with, and immediately gives up a runner on second base. So 2-2 count, strikes out Marte. Now it's top of the order with Elly De La Cruz, who he gets to ground out to second base. All right. So 2 down, runner on third. Here for Ryan Woodburn. 1-1 count to him, gets plunked. First and third now, Chris Waymeyer. Full count to him. Ground ball to third. Jet Williams makes the play. Beautiful stuff. 4-0 lead remains intact. And the offense is still cooking. Runner on second base is Brady Ebel. It's Jet Williams at the dish. Takes a 1-2 pitch. Hauled in by the left fielder, but hit well off the bat. But it's still 2 down. So it gets BABIP'd a bit there, and now it's Mike Sirota, who skies one to shallow right field. Second baseman lets it drop in. Oh my God. That was just Luis Castillo. What just happened there? That was crazy. Somehow we're up 5-0. Is Dylan O'Reilly going to do anything? He's going to spit on ball 4. It's first and second. 2 outs now for Harry Ford. 3-1, spit on ball 4 perhaps? He does indeed. Bases juiced. Ryan Zeferjot has come in and walked the first 2 batters he faces, and now it's Jerry Harris, who pops up a 3-1 pitch to the shortstop. Brutal. So we strand the bases loaded. 5-0 is the lead, though. Bottom 4. Leone with a runner on second base. Nobody out. So Tommy Brewer at the dish. Rips one back up the middle. That's probably going to score a run. Make it a 5-1 ball game. Nope, he just stays put. So runners on the corners here for Hendry Mendez. Full count to him is popped up to right field. James Wood puts it away. And they don't test his arm. So 1 down. He's now a ground ball away from getting out of it. Oh my God. He picks off Sal Stewart at first base. 2 down now. Runner on third. And then a pop fly to center field. Or no, Sal Stewart was the one at the dish. Whoever was at first got picked off. And then Sal Stewart pops at the center field. What an inning from Isaac Leone there. My goodness. Gets 4 scoreless here. Onto the top of the 5th. We don't do... nope, never mind. James Wood didn't do anything, but Luis Hernandez is on second base with 1 out. for Brady Ebel. 2-2 count to him. Struck him out, so now it's 2 down. Will Klein, 3-1 count, as he gets a pop-up from Korsha into foul territory, who is still hitless on the day. But it's a 5-0 lead as Leone is, let him go batter by batter here. So first batter up is Schweigert. Works a ground ball back to himself, fields it cleanly, throws the first, 1 down. Now it's Noelvi Marte. All right, struck him out, and now it's Ellie De La Cruz. Let's go after him. 2-2. Against the shift fly ball, but Luke Korsha tracks it down. So Leone retires De La Cruz, works 5 scoreless. Do we have ourselves our new Rodemaker, folks? It's top 6, and Will Klein's on the bump. We don't do anything offensively. Leone will come out of the game here. Let's see what he can do. One batter at a time here. Ryan Woodburn. That's down the line into the corner. That's going to be a double. So I probably should have taken him out. Probably should have trusted my gut, not rode him too deep. But he goes 5. Woodburn with a leadoff double here. And now we're going to go to the bullpen with a bunch of righties coming up here. Let's bring in Alex Rouse. Let's bring in Alex Rouse, the 3 fastball man himself. He's going to come in, work a 1-2 count here on Waymeyer. And he's going to strike him out. Looking. So that's 1 down. Now it's Kyle Land. And then a passed ball. Somehow a fastball was not caught by our catcher. So runner on third here with 1 out for Kyle Land. 2-0 count, now 3-1. But then a ground ball at the second. They do not send the runner. So 2 down. Runner still on third. And then they score on a wild pitch. Another fastball somehow gets away from Ford. So no score, no shutout here. It's a 5-1 game. And then he walks Tommy Brewer, so runner on first base. What is going on here? Can Ford catch a pitch? Are his fastballs just that nasty? I guess so. He strikes out Mendez on a sinker, gets out of it. 5-1 ball game. We're on to the top of the 7th. As we have a runner on second base, and Jerry Harris here with 1 out for Luis Hernandez, who spits on ball 4. It's runners on first and second here for Brady Ebel. It's a lefty, though, so I'm tempted to pinch hit. I don't really have anybody who can play first base, though. We're going to let him hit. Why not? Why not? That's why. He goes down on 3 pitches, strikes it in a changeup in the right-handed batter's box. And now it's Luke Korsha against the lefty. Ball gets away. Second and third, 2 outs for the rookie here in his first big league game. Watches strike 3, bat in his shoulder. Still hitless for Luke Korsha. Not the result I was hoping for putting him in the lineup, but at least we're winning for now. So bottom 7, Alex Rouse still on the bump here against Sal Stewart. Let's go a little RISP. Boom, scoreless frame, top 8 now. And they work a scoreless frame too. So now we're going to go to the bullpen. 4-run ball game here. We're going to bring in Mateo Reyes. He's going to avenge himself. He's going to take revenge on Ellie De La Cruz hitting a home run in him last game. Let's watch this AB here. 1-0 count. Not a great count to be in. But he works a ground ball. Boom. We love it. Retires De La Cruz for out number 1. And then works a scoreless frame from there. We're on to the top of the 9th. As Jerry Harris is on second base with 1 out here for James Wood, who goes down swinging. Then it brings up Luis Hernandez, who rips one into left center field. That's going to get down into the gap, score a run with an RBI double. It's a 6-1 ball game here in Cincinnati. 5-run lead for the Nationals. Now Brady Ebel comes up. He hits one. That's going to land in for a base knock. Hernandez will maybe score. He does indeed. RBI base knock for Ebel makes it a 7-1 lead here for the Nats. As now Luke Corsia digs in. 3-1 count to him. Spits on ball 4, so he reaches base. And now it's Jet Williams. And he goes down swinging. So they strand 2, but we tack on 2 more. It's a 7-1 ball game. Mateo Reyes. Don't need to bring in Bautista now. That's the save. As Reyes finds himself in some trouble here. Second and third. Nobody out. And Hendry Mendez is on the dish. Or at the dish. Let's just see if Reyes can somehow get out of this. Never mind. He walks that guy. Bases are juiced. Let's bring in Miguel Cime, who can strike guys out. Full counts. Don't love that. Walks in a run at the 7-2 ball game. Now it's Schweigert, who bloops one into center field. They tack on another one. Do not do this. Oh, wait. Did they hold up? It looks like they held up. It's a 7-3 game. Oh, they did take another one. Never mind. So it's a 7-3 game. Bases juiced. Nobody out still. This is his third batter. Works a ground ball. Okay, they got the out at home somehow, but it was a high throw somehow, and they still got the out at home. So no run scores, but it's still bases juiced. 1 out. And De La Cruz pops it up to center field. That could have been disastrous there. De La Cruz, that was the at-bat of the game right there. So bases juiced, still 2 outs. Cime versus Woodburn. 2-2 count. Struck him out on a pitch that almost hit him, and we've evened up the series at 2 games apiece. It's going back to Washington, D.C. for game number 5, folks. A 7-3 victory for our Nats. Elly De La Cruz held hitless on the day. James Wood had a 2-run shot. Jerry Harris had 2 hits. So did Hernandez and Ebel. Lots of hits on the day. 11 for our Nationals ball club. Isaac Leone was nails. 5 innings, 5 hits, 1 run unearned, and 5 Ks, no walks. Rouse was really good. Reyes, unfortunately, a bit shaky, but then Cime shut it down at the end as we get the 7-3 victory. Here we are, folks. It is Game 5 back at Nationals Park, and we've made some changes. We are rocking a bit of a different lineup here. You can see James Wood is actually playing first base. He's only a 35 at first base, but he's better than Parker Picotte, who's our only other first baseman, who's a 30 at first base, who can play first base. And Brady Ebel just cannot hit against lefties. All season long, he played against lefties this year, and he had a 52 WRC+. So we're not letting him play against lefties. We're getting some other bats in the lineup. So it's Harry Ford catching, then Jerry Harris, then Luis Hernandez, then Wood, then Corsia in left field again, Picotte in right field, Jet Williams at third, Ronnie Cruz at second base, and Mike Sirota in center field, because Dylan O'Ray was not great against lefties this year and did play a decent amount against them. So we're going to rock with this lineup in Game 5, and then both Dax Hardcastle and Tarek Skubal were ready, so we're rocking Tarek Skubal simply because he had the better performance of the two between them their last time out. So Tarek Skubal's going here, Game 5, for all the marbles of not being first rounded 4 years in a row. Top 1, scoreless frame for Skubal. And we're immediately up 1-0 with a leadoff home run from Harry Ford. That's 3 home runs in the postseason for Harry Ford, folks. And then we're still cooking. Jerry Harris on second base. Hernandez got out, but now it's James Wood up, who has been on fire this postseason. Lefty on lefty here, 1-2 count. Goes down swinging on the curveball. Of course. So now it's 2 down. Luke Corsia. Well hit, but right at the right fielder. Or not right at, it was actually a nice play, but made some good contact at least, but it's a 1-0 lead here for the Nats. Skubal works a scoreless frame. Abbott does not quite yet. Runner on second is Jet Williams. Ronnie Cruz at the dish, who swings at a pitch that literally went through him and strikes out. And now it's Mike Sirota. First pitch swinging. And he delivers. shoots one out to right field, bloops in for a base knock. RBI base knock. 2-0 lead here for the Nationals as Mike Sirota. It's been a while since I've said that because he's done basically nothing offensively for like 3 seasons in a row. But he delivers here. Anything else going? All right, first and second, 2 outs here for Jerry Harris, who takes a 3-2 pitch, but it's caught by Jay Allen in left field. So 2-0 is our lead. On to the top of the third. Skubal works a scoreless frame. Andrew Abbott's in some trouble. First and second, nobody out here for Luke Corsia, who hits one well to center field, but once again does not find any outfield grass, but it does tag up the runner at second base. The runner's on the corners here. 1 out for Parker Picotte against the lefty, who grounds one deep at shortstop, and an insane play by Elly De La Cruz. Oh my God. Somehow gets out of it in that situation. A jump throw from the hole. So on to the top of the fourth. He comes to the plate and he gets out, but then Ryan Woodburn is now on second with 1 out. And then Skubal gets stolen on. Runner on third, 90 feet away with 1 out. And then Waymeyer socks one into the right center field gap over the fence. 2-run shot. So it's a 2-2 ball game. They've evened it back up here. And anything else going for them? Yes. First and second, 2 outs. Edwin Arroyo at the dish. Ground ball at the second base. Ronnie Cruz takes it himself. 3 down. But they do tack on 2 to tie the game, as Skubal could not keep it where it was. As now we're on to the bottom of the fourth. And we have a runner on second base as Jet Williams leads things off with a double. And then Ronnie Cruz grounds one at the third base, but the runner does move up somehow. So Williams on third. Cruz retired. 1 down, runner on third, 90 feet away from scoring. Brings up Mike Sirota, who, oh my God, it's an absolute scorcher, but right at Sal Stewart. I thought it was going to be another bloop shot like last time, but instead it's a line drive to Sal Stewart. 2 down now. Brings up Harry Ford, who skies it into right field, and we strand the runner on third. Still 2-2. Tarek Skubal, top 5. Works a scoreless frame. Andrew Abbott does as well. Top 6 here. We'll go batter by batter. The lefty Woodburn, 1-2 count. Goes down swinging. That's 7 on the day for Skubal. Strikeouts, that is. And now it's Chris Waymeyer. Full count to him. Struck him out. That's 8 Ks on the day. Brings up Kyle Land. And that's ball 4. So runner on first. 2 outs here for Tommy Brewer. I mean, he crushes both. Let's bring in Yoder. Let's bring in Yoder and try to get a K here. He's on fire. He's got nasty stuff. 1-2 count. Blew it by him. Tommy Brewer goes down looking. Still a 2-2 game. We're on to the bottom of the 6th. As Andrew Abbott has a runner on second base. And Luke Corsia with a double. Let's go. Was it actually a double? No, he singled, and then somehow he got the second on a ground ball that Picotte got. So Luke Corsia on second base here. 1 down for Jet Williams, who takes a 1-1 pitch down the right field line, puts a ball in play, and makes something happen, folks. He's got speed. Rounding second, heading into third. It's a triple for Jet Williams. Takes the lead with a triple here in the bottom of the 6th. 3-2 ball game. And now Jet Williams 90 feet away from scoring for Ronnie Cruz at the dish, who skies it into shallow center field. So 2 down. That brings up Mike Sirota, who once again Oh my god, it's the Mike Sirota game. Mike Sirota. He's back, folks. He had the little shot out to right field to score a run earlier in the game, and now a 2-run blast makes it a 5-2 lead here for the Nationals. 3 runs out in front for us. My goodness. Mike Sirota does it. I can't believe we were playing Zahir Hope in center field. He was doing nothing for us at the dish. I should have trusted my gut to play these cold weather guys all along. And Mike Sirota does it, the Northeastern man. Has anything else going for us? As Ben Joyce was in for them. Nothing else going for us, but it's top 7 now. Sal Stewart, Arroyo, and Schweigert due up. Kevin Yoder. 0-2 count on this guy with 2 outs and a runner on second base. You've got to be able to handle Jay Allen, and he does. Strikes him out on a nasty slider in the other batter's box. So now we're on to the bottom of the 7th. Nothing going for us. We're on to the top of the 8th. 3-run ball game. Top of the order here. This is Wellington Herrera time. Let's see what he does to De La Cruz. 1-2 count. Struck him out, folks. Sit down. Now it's Ryan Woodburn. Struck him out. Then you got Chris Waymeyer, 2-1 count, who flies one to right field, but Picott puts it away. 1-2-3, go the Reds. We're on to the bottom of the 8th. Ben Joyce still on the bump. Picott against the righty up. Let's bring in Zahir Hope. He'll play right field from here on out. Works a full count. Spits on ball 4. So he's on first base here with nobody out. As Jorge Gomez comes in relief, they are desperate. As Jet Williams, we'll let him hit. He's been playing well. Grounds 1. Everyone's safe because they've got speed. Hope on second, Williams on first, brings up Ronnie Cruz, who has not really done anything this game, and he is a right-handed bat. We're going to bring in Dylan O'Ray, who may play second base as well, but for now, just a pinch hitter. Ball gets away. That's going to be 2-2. Second and third, nobody out here for Dylan O'Ray. Works a full count. Spits on ball 4. Bases drunk. Nobody out as Jorge Gomez coming out of the bullpen, not comfortable with this situation. And Mike Sirota, who is on fire. We could not pinch hit for him. Goes down swinging, not great. So 1 down, top of the order now with Harry Ford. Spits on ball 4, run comes in. 6-2 is the score. 4-run lead for the Nationals. Brings up Jerry Harris. Ground ball back to the pitcher. Throw to the plate is high. All right, so they get the runner at the plate, but they don't get Ford at first. So bases juice, 2 outs for Luis Hernandez, who smacks one into right field. That might score 2. It does indeed, folks. A 2-run single by Luis Hernandez. It's an 8-2 ball game. Can we keep it going here? James Wood. Plunked. Bases still juiced for Luke Corsia. Once again, good wood on it, but the center fielder tracks it down. As we are on to the 9th, and we have an incomplete defensive lineup. We'll go, bring in Feliz. Why not? We'll bring in Feliz. He'll play short. Luis Hernandez will play third, and Jet Williams will move over to second base. Sure, why not? That'll be the alignment to close things out. And Wellington Herrera facing 3 righties. Yeah, let's bring in a righty here. Let's bring in... I'll just go batter by batter. Why not? Why not? Batter by batter here. Full count, Kyle Land. Spits on it. All right. Tommy Brewer. Popped up the left field. Corsia puts it away for out number 1. Now it is Sal Stewart. Ground ball to first base. 2 down. Runner on second base. Edwin Arroyo. All right, smokes one up the middle, base knock. That might score a run. Nope, stays put. Herrera's still on the yellow here. We're going to let him face one more batter. All right, gets away from Ford, but it's 0-2 now. Stays in front of it, keeps the runners where they are. And then gets a strikeout in the dirt. We do not get first rounded, folks. We are on to the LCS for the first time in a long time. I can't believe it. We have slayed the dragon. Finally. It took all 5 games of the LDS, but we did it. 2-hit game by Harry Ford. Harris, Hernandez, Wood, Corsia all had a hit. Jet Williams had 4 hits on the day, scored twice. Mike Sirota had 2 big hits, including a 2-run shot. I mean, that Jet Williams triple was like electric. And then Tarek Skubal, not his best performance. He was really good, I should say. He was 5 2/3, 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, 8 Ks. And then Yoder and Herrera shut the door as we tattoo up of Andrew Abbott, and then Gomez blew it coming out of the bullpen. Took 5 games, and we were down 2 games to 1. Evened it back up in Game 4, brought it back to Washington, and we win Game 5. Let's go. Leadoff home run, sure, whatever. As we are now on to the DS against the Milwaukee Brewers, who swept the San Diego Padres. And then the American League hasn't quite been decided. Let's just sim a day here and see what it's going to be. Boom. Nationals, Brewers, Blue Jays, Twins are your LCS matchups here in 2033. And then also, I should mention, where's the MVP? I was looking at the wrong thing. James Wood, MVP of the LDS. I mean, he was fantastic. Where are his numbers here? Season first in Cincinnati. No, playoffs versus Jesus Christ. James Wood, 895 slugging. I mean, 3 home runs, 8 hits, and 19 ABs. Drove in 7 runs. He had a great series. You could have given it to Harry Ford as well. Mike Sirota had that great Game 5. He was fantastic. Jet Williams had a really good Game 5. He was a spark plug there, just getting on base all over the place. As we are now onto the LCS. Bring it on, baby.